And yes, it's been very long, but we are in the last 28 minutes of this Serie A transfer market. Now, the transfer market in the Premier League does end at midnight tonight, but the transfer market in the Serie A literally ends when that box, that yellow box over there, says 0-0, 0-0. So, at the end of the day, it's been a long transfer market. It's been a great transfer market. And in fact, the big question which we will try and potentially resolve in these last 28 minutes is, will Thiago Pinto buy a last-minute defender in these 28 minutes? It's not that big, it's not a lot of time, 100%, but who knows? In the transfer market, anything can happen. So the first thing which I will ask you, ladies and gentlemen, quick answer, yes or no. Do you think Thiago Pinto will buy a defender in these last 27 minutes of the transfer market? Yes or no in the live chat, please. And you need to smash the like button if you think Thiago Pinto did a good job in this transfer market. Now, and in these 28 minutes, we'll also kind of look back at the transfer market, what this transfer market has been, and we will kind of come to a conclusion and give a vote. Now, one thing which I will say and add is that in these last hours, in these last couple of hours, Kluivert has gone on loan to Valencia. Now, there were quite a lot of misunderstandings, we should call them, between Kluivert and Fulham. It looked like Kluivert was really close in joining Fulham on a permanent deal, actually. But then, in the last second, as Romano confirmed, the deal collapsed. Like, it seriously collapsed because the FA Association in England wasn't happy and couldn't allow Justin Kluivert to play in the Premier League with the little amount of work time he had at Roma. Because realistically speaking, he did not play much, at Roma at all. So the Kluivert deal collapsed. And in fact, earlier this morning, Mourinho inserted him in the season list, in the squad list for this season. In fact, if you go on there was this image, and Kluivert was in the squad list this morning, but then Thiago Pinto managed to find him a new home in these last minutes. I mean, it happened like 20 minutes ago, on loan again, and Kluivert is now in Valencia. He is basically, as I said, on loan there, and yeah, Kluivert is a loan player. I mean, I would have kept it. I'll be honest with you, I would have kept Kluivert 100%. But what happened there? But you see, I think Kluivert could have easily. I mean, we'll talk about Kluivert in a second. But he's Mourinho just classified him as a loan player. Last season he didn't want Kluivert and he went on loan to Nice. This year he doesn't want Kluivert and he went on loan to Valencia. Kluivert in these last years of his career has only been playing because of loans, and this is a loan where Valencia obviously can buy him back on a permanent deal if they want him at the end of the season, and they would need to pay 15 million euros, which I think is a good price tag to set for a young player who's got a lot of prospect. As I said, this links to what I said. I think Kluivert should have stayed, but I am not the owner and all of that. I think Kluivert would have by far improved your squad depth. I think Kluivert wasn't happy about being a bench player at Roma, but I think under Mourinho he could grow a lot, and maybe in the future, if Mourinho's happy with his progress at Valencia, Mourinho can call him back, and maybe he does start. This isn't a permanent move; it's a loan, so we will see Kluivert back in Rome one day, and hopefully it will be more successful for him. Because I don't mind Kluivert. I think he's a good player. I think he's a fast player. I think he's a player full of skills. And I think he can improve the squad depth. But yeah, I mean, in these last 25 minutes of the transfer market, obviously, I will keep you updated on what's happening in the Serie A basis. Not just this is Roma channel, obviously, but I will keep you updated on everything related to the transfer market. Obviously, I've got Fabrizio's page on Twitter here. Apparently, Zakaria and Chelsea in these last minutes or potentially agreeing on a loan move. Zakaria wants Chelsea move, and details of loan with buy option are being discussed with Juventus, as exclusively revealed earlier. Up to Juventus, Zakaria wants Chelsea, and he hopes the club can agree soon. So we could see Zakaria, one of our big targets in this transfer market, in past transfer markets, away from the Serie A in these last minutes of the transfer market. Now, if I'm not wrong, Roma obviously have 23 minutes to buy players, but if I am not wrong, Roma can sell players even after these 23 minutes. And yeah, so that is definitely something interesting. There has been an attempt from Monza this morning in buying Shomurodov, but apparently the deal has slowed down a lot. Shomurodov is, we've kind of understood that Shomurodov is a really complicated player to sell. That is the conclusion. I'm not sure if it's because the teams don't want to pay the money, or if Shomurodov just wants to stay at Roma, which I highly doubt. I think he does want to leave. But yeah, Monza were interested in Shomurodov this morning, but the deal has kind of collapsed indeed. And apparently Roma have restarted contacts with Bodo for Sobakin in January, obviously. In fact, they're trying to find an agreement for Sobakin in January. This isn't something which will happen in 20 minutes. It's something which Roma knows that Sobakin is out of contract and is a free agent in January, starting from January, and they're interested in him. So the two sides have kind of re-hugged together and spoke about this, because Bodo doesn't like Roma and they would rather not give Roma Sobakin, but who knows? I definitely think Bodo would love to get around 10 million, but even if he's a free agent, they won't get that money. So I think Bodo should have potentially sold him now to get some money out of it. Otherwise, they'll just lose him as a free agent. But who knows? Apparently Aubameyang obviously to Chelsea. Chelsea very active in this deadline day. Aubameyang this morning. Zakaria apparently in these last minutes. What do we have? Bellerin to Barcelona. And yeah, it's the deadline day. It's always fun. I'll be very honest with you. Deadline days are amazing. It's just everything happens in a matter of seconds. Malinovsky is staying at Atalanta. Julian Draxler just joined Benfica on loan. Belotti confirmed, Belotti was confirmed like last week, mate. Belotti also played last match. So yeah. Right, let's see what people think. No, but in January potentially. No, yes, well he should, says Marko Galovic. No. Yeah, I'm going to say no as well. I was reading somewhere that Kluivert away from Roma could have kind of given a chance to Mourinho in having a defender. But I highly doubt it will happen in 20 minutes. The reality of that is this. I'd love for it to happen. And I think Mourinho would love as well, but it won't happen in 20 minutes. I mean, who knows? Anything can happen. Maybe we could, buy him on loan. But yeah. So, 20 minutes to go, right? At the end of the day, deadline days are definitely there for you to buy players. But you also, something which I like doing in deadline days is look back at these last 2 months. No, 3 months, because it started in June. So June, July, and August. And you look back at these months. And the real question which you need to ask yourself after a transfer market, which is there for you to improve your team, is, did your team improve? And that is the first question which we need to ask ourselves when judging the transfer market done by the Fredkins, by Thiago, and by Jose as well. So you look at the players on the screen and you're like, do they improve your team? And they do. Immediately they do. And immediately the top 3 players in that list improve your team. Dybala, obviously, Wijnaldum, and Matic definitely improve your team. But we bought others. Belotti, Cilic, Zvilor, Kamara on loan. You see, it is a successful transfer market because it has improved your squad. You know, last season we had Mkhitaryan and we had Veretout, and we won a Conference League. You look at all these players and they do improve the team. So that immediately puts a lot of success in your own transfer market. And you look at the players we sold. The Veretout was sold after Matic was bought to get some money. And I think the money we got from the Veretout deal is quite a lot of, abundant money. I think it's good money. Felix off on a permanent deal to Cremonese. And in the last couple of days, also Diawara and Calafiori. Calafiori on a permanent deal was very weird to me because he's a player who comes from your academy and he could be another one of those players which we sold and then he becomes a masterclass of a player, 100%. But there's just something about Calafiori which Mourinho isn't happy about. There is just, the situation is this. I think, and I mean, it's not me thinking, it's facts. Mourinho doesn't like Calafiori because otherwise we would have definitely not sold an academy player on a permanent move to a team who plays in the Swiss league. There's definitely something which Mourinho isn't happy about with Calafiori, and he easily might have been one of those academy players who snubbed training sessions. Who cares about training sessions? And it might be his attitude that made Mourinho say, right, you're out of my team. But it is definitely weird that in this transfer market, we sold 2 academy players. And if I sold Felix to get Belotti, 100%, it's a great move. But I'm kind of, what happened with Calafiori? He's an academy player and all of that. But he is sold. We did sell the 4 players in the last row of the table. We also sold Mkhitaryan, but he was a free agent, so I didn't add him because he had all the rights to move unless we renewed his contract. So he wasn't a Roma player when we sold him. So I'm not going to add him in that table. But, at the end of the day, this is a transfer market which Roma fans are used to. And, you probably understood this. You probably felt this yourself when looking back at this transfer market. This transfer market was different from other transfer markets. There were a lot of free agents, but that is strategic. Yes, I totally think we should have potentially spent maybe even 20 million more, but it's strategic that we mostly went for free agents. Now, it's a special transfer market because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to my club buying players like Dybala, Wijnaldum, Belotti, Matic and all of these players in the same transfer market. I wasn't used to it. I was used to an owner who would potentially buy these players, but after one year, he would sell them all over again to earn money. You can see that after this transfer market, the ambition grows even more. The ambition is there to plunge away. And Mourinho played a big factor in this transfer market because, at the start, if you remember, Mourinho wasn't happy about the transfer market. And then, and I'm not sure what happened, but he definitely put pressure on Thiago Pinto and the Fredkins to buy quality players. And everything can be said about this transfer market apart from us not buying quality players. We bought quality players. Dybala is a quality player. Wijnaldum is a quality player. The fact that he got injured doesn't mean that we didn't buy him because we still bought him. And, starting from February, he is going to become a Roma player. I mean, he's going to play for Roma. Belotti is a quality signing. Matic is an immense signing. I think Matic, potentially here, was the most strategic signing out of all. Free agent for someone who, in these last 2 game weeks, was potentially man of the match. An immense player. We bought Celik, we bought Svilor, we bought Kamara. And you look at the players we bought and you kind of compare them with the problems we had last season. And one of the problems was the squad depth. And you put all these players in, you sub some players out because we did sell some. And the squad depth has improved. And it's all about improvement at the end of the day. Now, something which I'm really looking forward to is if the Fredkins, Mourinho and Thiago Pinto collaborated together to buy all of these signings, Dybala, Wijnaldum, Belotti, all of these quality signings, in these next years, what can we expect? And the ambition will grow even higher. So it's looking good, and this transfer market isn't just a transfer market to improve your own team, but it's a transfer market to build the reputation with your fans. It's a transfer market done linking it with the merchandise. How many shirts got sold after Dybala got confirmed? After Wijnaldum got confirmed? After Belotti got confirmed? And the fact that the ownership is thinking about this whilst performing the transfer market is something good, because it means that they want to bring Roma in a more global level, and that is exactly where we should start going. It's been a transfer market to surprise the fans, and this the strategy, the tactic that the Fredkins have for this transfer market, it's tactic time. You know that if you watch the Rome Bodo series, which, by the way, if you're interested about it, it's on my second channel. The continuation of the Rome to Bodo series with $150 is in my second channel, so subscribe to that if you're interested in it. When the Fredkins want to perform a transfer hit, they surprise us, and they do everything behind the scenes in a secret way, and that is what the fans love. Who's expecting Dybala to sign for Roma? Yes, there were rumors. We spoke about rumors in June. We spoke about rumors. I spoke about rumors. Haters were going, Dybala will never sign for Roma. The back of my mind, I was going, Dybala will never sign for Roma. There were rumors. And then in the space of 2 days, a massive acceleration. The day after, he was in Portugal with the team. Look at what's his name? Matic. Matic was... No one knew about Matic in Roma. Jose gives him a call because he's one of his favourite players. Next day, he's a Roma player. The tactic was there to do everything in the back scene, in the background, and surprise the fans. Because the best thing a Roma fan could have done this summer is wake up in front of the sea, in the beach, lying down, you open up your phone, and you go, Dybala, new Roma player. Oh my days, what just happened? That is a good feeling. And it's just the way it is. It's a great feeling. And this is exactly how they perform the transfer market. Little words and a lot of facts. That is the slogan to define the Fredkins. Zaccaria to Juventus. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano. Total agreement reached with Juventus as revealed earlier. Loan deal agreed. Personal terms also approved. Romano's on it. 1 minute ago he posted this. Zaccaria is a new Roma player. You wish. Is a new Chelsea player. So yeah. Because obviously... Juventus gave away 2 midfielders on loan in the space of 24 hours. Zaccaria now and Arthur this morning to Liverpool. So that's something... they bought Paredes, but they bought one and sold 2. So... that don't make sense, because Pogba's injured. Why the hell did you do that? I really don't get this. Good for us. Really good for us. By the way, that Napoli didn't win yesterday. Right, we've got less than 10 minutes at the end of the transfer market. 9 minutes left. The chances of us buying a defender are decreasing, but we shall take what we achieved. We should be happy about the transfer market no matter what. Life isn't 100% perfect. The defender will be, I think, bought in January, 100%. But now, Mourinho does need to play from now until November, because then we've got the World Cup with Smalling, Ibanez, Mancini, and Kumbulla when he comes back. That's tough work for Mourinho. He can drop Cristante in defence, but the last thing we want to see is Cristante in defence. Physios needs to step up now, because we've had a lot of injuries. If one of our three defenders breaks down, then it's going to be shite. So we just need to keep fingers crossed. I'll link this again. The transfer market in the winter is abysmal. We really can't. I can't stand it, and you probably understood this by now. And I think, we were going to buy a defender, and Thiago Pinto said this, and Mourinho said this as well in the press conference after Monza. But the Wijnaldum situation revolted our plans. Let's be honest. We can blame everyone here. If you will take the responsibilities to blame Thiago Pinto, something which I won't do, because Thiago Pinto did an amazing job. If you want to blame Thiago Pinto for not buying a defender, go on. But, let's remember that we had to buy Kamara to replace Gini. If Gini was there, Kamara wasn't going to be our own player, but then we would have bought a defender. So you kind of need to, unluck is a thing. As I said before, life isn't perfect. So, we're happy with what we got. By the way, Atalanta playing tonight. Hopefully they'll drop points at home against... Torino need to drop points as well. So hopefully that match ends as a draw, I'll be honest. 7 minutes until the end of the Serie A transfer market, the Premier League transfer market. And I think La Liga transfer market as well. It does end at midnight. Zakaria confirmed to Roma. Roma again. I've said Roma again. To Chelsea. Let's see if there are little updates about Roma. No. Yeah. Everything is on Zakaria now. Fabrizio posted his picture. Di Marzio posted his statement. So Zakaria's gone to Juve. Oh my God, can you please say Chelsea for God's sake? Willian back in the Premier League with Fulham. Who was expecting that? That guy switches from Brazil to England as if it was his neighbour or something. Let's see. Hopefully Kluivert's contract has been deposited. Otherwise, I think, I'm not sure about this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Roma needs to stop buying players in 5 minutes and a half. But they can sell players till like a few more days or a few more hours. But I might be wrong here. I'm really not too sure. Right, let's see. Napoli dropping points was great too. I watched the game. Honestly, Ndombele and Gisa were not good as holding mids. Both of them never want to defend, and Ndombele is so out of shape. Good for us. What a goal from Lecce guy, by the way. Right, 5 minutes until the end. If you haven't already, if you think Thiago Pinto deserves a round of applause, smash the like button in this live stream. It's the last transfer live stream that we will have, that we will know about. And, for quite a few weeks. If there are updates in the behalf of the transfer market, I will go live. But otherwise, now that the transfer market is done, we will focus on the league more. So yeah, if you enjoyed this transfer market, if you think Thiago Pinto deserves a round of applause, if you think Dybala, Belotti, Wijnaldum, Kamara, Celik, Matic, all of these players were good signings, smash the like button in these last 4 minutes of the transfer market. Right, let's see a few last minute updates. What's your prediction for Scudetto? I'm gonna stick with Inter Milan. They don't look amazing, but I'm gonna stick with Inter. But I think I think this game week coming ahead, Milan against Inter without Lukaku will already play a big part in the Scudetto. It's very early, but it does play a big part. Because if Milan were to win, then that's already 3 points stole from Inter. So this game week coming towards us is a very big game week. This is the game week where we need to avoid losing points, because Juventus, I think, are going to lose points away at Fiorentina. Milan and Inter can both drop points. Lazio and Napoli can both drop points because they're playing together. Atalanta are playing away at Monza, can lose points. We're playing at Udinese away. It's a tough match. It's a dark match. It's always been a dark match. An obscure match. A bastard match. But we've got the easiest. If we can win this and the others drop points, we can run back up again. And then obviously we will have tough matches, but it's good to come with another win. It's definitely important to keep on beating run going. Right, 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. And yeah, then we've got, what do we have? We've got 2 away matches, actually. We've got Udinese, then we've got the Bulgarian match on Thursday, which is actually my birthday on Thursday. So we'll celebrate my birthday with a potential Roma win in Bulgaria against Ludogorets. Then we're playing another away match, away at Empoli on Monday night. And then I'm back at the stadium for the Helsinki match. And then we've got the Atalanta game where I'm back again. A lot of stadium vlogs coming, lads and lasses. If you haven't already, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Right, the lineups for Atalanta just came out. No, they didn't. Yes, they did. I think Duvan Zapata's playing. There's a plan to get a centre-back. We also need to remember financial fair play. I suspect we will get Zagadou. Every point dropped by our competition is good. We need to keep winning or at worst drawing. Right. Pinto did an A+ job in this transfer window. Top 4 of UCL next week. We have, we've got Europa League as well, but that is a big statement. And plus Inter are starting their Champions League run against Bayern, in Bayern if I'm not wrong, in Munich. So, right, 60 seconds left. Imagine now, Thiago Pinto. Imagine now, everyone goes on the Roma official Instagram page and we see Mbappe's face going like this. Fantastic signing for Roma. Order good. A centre back would have been the icing on the cake. No matter, Roma will win the Scudetto, mark my words. But yeah, it is what it is. No defender. We are still happy, passionate, and we're still Roma fans. No matter what, we will be united. Belotti to score in the next one. I'm calling that. 25 seconds left. One last Fabrizio Romano update. And then the transfer market will be over. It's going to be on Zakaria 100%. No new update when it comes. Serginho Dest to Milan. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the end. It's the end of the transfer market. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great transfer market. It's been an amazing transfer market, full of surprises, full of joyful moments. If you enjoyed this transfer market, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to smash the subscribe button. And follow me on Instagram or there in the orange box over at Simon_ASO_. Comment in the comments of this video one word to describe the transfer market done by this lot. My word is amazing and intense as well. And I'll catch you very soon tomorrow for the match preview for Udinese. Obscure match, that is. Very bastard match. So we need to be careful. Unbeaten run continues. Come on, the boys. Good transfer market, lads. This is the good path to follow for a successful team. I'll catch you soon. Simon out. Ronaldo to Roma. See. embarrassing that was. Sorry. I'm very sorry.